In today's video, we're going to look at how to install new trim pieces on a Whirlpool oven door. So the trim pieces are the pieces that are going to run alongside the door to finish out the trim around the glass. Okay. This is also considered a trim piece. The bottom piece here, we won't be replacing this. This is my old one. My two side ones broke when I was taking all this apart to clean the glass, so I ordered some new ones. And I couldn't find any good videos online that really explained what to do, so I'm going to make this video. Hopefully it gives you some insight that you may not have found somewhere else. Okay, so the first thing to note is when you're putting your glass back on, you want to put your trim in. If you're in this stage anyways, go ahead and put on the handle for the door, okay, which sits right up top here. Okay, sits up top. Put your screws in. I wouldn't tighten them all the way yet, but see these little slots that hang down here? That's where the top of your door glass sits. It's like right inside of here. There's three of them, one in the middle and one on each end. So the glass slides into there. Our trim pieces are going to go under the glass on the sides, right along here. And one way to make this easy as well is to loosen up your bottom trim piece here. So I have my two screws out on this end. I left the middle one in just to keep it in place, and I took these two out. That way we can bend it back a little bit if we need to, because the last thing we want to do is break our new pieces trying to put them in. Okay, so I have my handle on here, and it's secured on the inside of the door by two screws. There's one in this corner and one in the opposite corner. As you can see, it's still a little bit loose, allowing me to raise it up and down if I need to when I'm installing the glass. Because the last thing I want to do is put too much pressure on the glass and break it and have to buy a new one. So we're going to grab the glass. It's ready to go here. We're just going to slide it in to these grooves that hang down below the handle. Again, one there, one in the middle, and one on that corner. Glass is going to slide right into those. And the opposite end of the glass is going to sit in this track right here. It's supposed to sit on top this right here, this little groove. And there's one over here too. Okay, so I slid the glass in. I slid it into this end first. It was sitting on top of this little track here. I just pulled the track back a little bit because it does move still, since the only screw we have in it's in the middle right now. And now it's sitting on top of those little tabs that I showed you just a second ago. So the glass is in the top and bottom, and then fill along your edges. Make sure it's even with this edge. And mine's ready to go. So at this point, we're going to make sure we have the right trim piece for the right side. If you look at the inside, there's an L. It's for left. And your other one should have an R, and that's your right piece. There's 20R right there, so that's going to be the right side. There's a nub right here and right here. Okay, this nub here goes in this hole right there. And the bottom one goes in this hole right here on the end. Okay, okay, so now we're ready to install the trim pieces. We're going to put the right trim piece in first. So as you face your door on the outer side of the glass, your right side is the door's right side. So when you look at your trim piece, there's an R. This is the side that goes on. Now that our handle's in place and the glass is sitting where it needs to be, we're going to lift the glass up here on the edge. We're just going to slide this in between the glass and the metal frame. It's going to go behind the plastic here. We're going to pull it in. And now down here at this tab, we're going to pull this track back a little bit. Make sure this nub comes through the hole at the end. So this plastic piece here is looking pretty good. We're going to put our screws in to secure this end of the door. So now we're going to do the same thing on the other side of the door. Lift our glass up a little bit. Actually, this side's already up a little. I'm just going to slide it underneath the glass. Work my way down towards the bottom. Make sure this lines up okay on this end. Okay, Everything's lined up. Looks good. So I'm gonna set my screws in the holes. We're gonna tighten it up. Okay, last thing we need to do now is install the oven door, and if you want to see a video on how to do that, I have another video you can watch. It's called How to Install a Whirlpool Oven Door. Be sure to check that out, and thanks for watching.